Bashers, hey Bashers, I'm in the studio. I'm not at home. I'm at home, not on the bike because I tried to jerry rig the camera stand that I got and put it on my helmet, and it just didn't work out. I tried it in various different ways because on the handlebar you weren't getting any road. You were getting like the tire, and you could see the gears and the cables, and it just didn't work out. And I had gotten this great thing. I thought it was perfect. So I decided to drill holes in my helmet and mount it on there. And I thought, oh, that's going to be great. And it didn't. I tried it in various ways and it was a bust. So what I decided to do instead was order an actual mount that goes on one's helmet. And I'll have that tomorrow. So sorry for the disappointment, but I was really looking forward to it today. I had a whole trip planned out. I have my route all planned out. I might be doing it on Saturday if it comes tomorrow like it said it would. Tomorrow night I can't do it because that's obviously the big show. So I'll probably Saturday. I've got the day free. And if you tune back in, maybe I'll do a Saturday bike bash. More than likely, it'll work out well. What I wanted to do is I want to test it first, like I did today. Was I rode around the neighborhood with the thing, and while it looked okay, it was too jiggly. I couldn't get it tight enough on the helmet to have any kind of impact. And I really want to give you guys a great vista. I want you to be able to see exactly because when I look this way, it'll be like my viewpoint. So whatever. That's the story. That's how it worked out. Panel Power coming back for you. Today is the 250th anniversary of the birth of Daniel O'Connell. It is indeed. He gained Catholic emancipation in Ireland and fought for Jewish emancipation and the end of slavery. I did a little deep dive on him. I knew who he was, but not all the great stuff that he did. Pretty amazing stuff. He was a lawyer. He was born in County Kerry. Very interesting. And I had to look it up because I'm not as smart as you guys. That's how it works. And thank you for educating me. It's really, really cool. Every once in a while, somebody comes up with something and I find out some really great information. Thank you very, very much for that, Panel Power. Please pass on the Basher of the Day to somebody else. Well, who else should we give it to? You let me know who you want to get it, and we'll do it that way. It could have been Dave Fahrenheit 451, who would have done the same exact thing. Upvoted number 2, Dave the Legend Fahrenheit 451. How are you, buddy? Great to see you here. And Ken Furby, hello everyone. Haven't been this high for a long time. I didn't know you got high. Ratings wise, oh okay. Well, congratulations to Panel Power, of course. Congratulations to him and Ken Furby. Life is short and brutish, so make it long and sweeter with a good old-fashioned upvote and subscribe. The Eye Bashers, thank you. I want to spend a minute just to say happy birthday to my partner in crime and my BFF from Hitman, John Kristen, John Inglima. His stage name is Kristen, but his real name is Inglima because he's a guinea like a lot of yous, as we like to say. He's my best friend in the band. He's my best friend on the planet Earth. I mean, we've been friends forever and ever and ever. He joined my band in 1986 as a replacement for a guy I got in the band. And that didn't go very, very well. So I joined Hitman in 1985. I answered an ad in a music paper and went and met these guys on Long Island and joined their band. And they wanted to be a twin guitar band. So we got this guy named Don Fair, who's been on the show. Donnie Fair. I don't know where you've been. I hope you're well. He's been on the show. And I don't know what happened with that, but anyway, he was no longer in the band. And then we got a guy that I knew who had an Anthrax connection, and that did not work out. But he was my friend, and the rest of the guys in the band did not want him in the band, so they secretly replaced him with this other guy whom I did not know. And little did I know that he would become my best friend in the universe, and we've been thick as thieves ever since. I love you, Johnny. You're the greatest, and happy birthday to you. That's the party I went to at Long Island because he retired from his day job. But he's a special guy, one of the sweetest, kindest, most nicest people you'll ever want to meet in your life. Great guitar player, great guy, just the most lovable man you could possibly know. I love you, man. Ken Furby also says, I'm getting Top Cat and Officer Dibble vibe. That was a last minute thing, but it came out pretty good. So I said, we'll run with that. My other one was terrific. And whatever. I'll use it on Saturday. Carolyn Marston's here, the girl with the wrench. She's in the top 10, and she says, I'll take it. Well, we'll give it to you. I'm having another Shakarat today. This time I'm having it in a Bordeaux glass that was donated by myself. Look at this. Doesn't it look so glittery and glimmery? I'm using a green screen today, not a blue screen today, because I was wearing a blue shirt and then I just didn't like the way it looked, so I got rid of it and I put black on. Shakarato, absolutely incredible. Delicious. You can't go wrong. Ray Ray says the ginger pussy, 9 Lives Avenue, Feline Park, Queens, New York. Officer Murphy, nice mustache. that's ginger pussy, 9 Lives Avenue, Feline Park, Queens. That's very, very creative. Just say that. Why do you do this to me, Raphael? Andrew Wolkowicz with Canadian $5. Well done, panel power. Have a great day, everyone. Be kind, even if you don't want to be. That's interesting. Upvote and subscribe and become a patron if you can. If you can. If you can't, that's okay too. We still love you. So I was in the post office today, and I love my post office gals. Now, the post office gets a very bad rap. I don't know about in your country, but in these United States, that term going postal came from postal workers because they have to deal with the lowest common denominator of the public people trying to mail stuff. And I get it, man. I've known a lot of people who work for the postal department, and they're lovely folks. Anyway, I told you about meeting Karen, seeing Karen in the post office, and these two girls who happen to be African American girls, and she used a couple of epithets that were, wow, racist to say the least. And these two girls are, I adore them with all my heart and soul. They're so freaking funny. I was shipping some stuff out to the incomparable Scotty Love because every once in a while you just got to turn it all around because he's been very kind to me. He's a very sweet guy. We chit chat on the phone. And I was in there and I was talking to these girls, and they were telling me that one of them said she's taking her first vacation, and her name is Wanda. Wanda, have the best vacation ever. She said first vacation in 2 years or 3 years. You deserve it. I can't imagine. I had to deal with the drunk public, and that was quite a thing. But just dealing with people, and I've seen so many irate people. Being kind is the easiest thing a person can do. You can let it all out once somebody's proven, like I said at the end of the show, every single show, pretty much, except Sunday Mass. It's very easy to just let loose on somebody and just be a total douche. But let's try not to do that. Let's do our very level-headed best to put our best human foot forward and treat people with the same type of respect and kindness that you would ask of them. And that's all I have to say about that. So when Andrew says that, even if you don't want to be, you wake up, you're in a shit mood, can happen. It can happen to anybody because we're humans. You know what? Go watch some kitten videos. Go on YouTube and watch some shorts about some abandoned kitten on the road, or think about Drew B, and think about the kindness that is actually in this world and how you can be a part of it. Join us, join the crew. Because it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. So thank you, Andrew. That's very sweet. I always love what you have to say. The purple one, the incomparable one, is here. Melly C. Happy Friday Eve to Dirk and all the bashers. I love that she says that every Thursday. Happy Friday Eve. Because the weekend, listen, the weekends are kind of Monday and Tuesday to me. It doesn't really matter anymore, but they used to mean a lot because the average work week. My favorite line ever is from Lady Grantham from Maggie Smith, Dame Maggie Smith, beloved, now dearly departed, when they were talking about, it's the turn of the century, things are changing, and she's doesn't know the price of an egg. And somebody says, well, we'll meet up with them on the weekend. And she goes, the weekend? What exactly is a weekend? No concept whatsoever what that could possibly mean. Anyway, happy Friday Eve. Thank you so much, honey. We love having you on the show. And thank you for all you do. I'm thanking everybody today for every day you show up. You send pictures to the gallery. It's just such a treat. This is the hour of the day that is a total treat for me. Thanks. On the bike or not, or walking about or not. Kevin Landon's number 7 today. Heaven can no work today, so he'll be live. So I expect lots of pearls of wisdom and lots of things out of you today, Kevin Landon. Let's do it. Best wishes to Dirk and all the bashers. Thank you, kind sir. What a pleasure. And I love the thumbnail caption. I thought, well, because I ruined my helmet. I have two though. Don't worry about it. So what I did was I can grab this. I have another one. So I have a regular bike helmet, and then I have this monster, right? For my downhill bike. I have an Apple logo. Let me take that off because fuck them. Right? Why do I have an Apple logo on it? When I was Apple everything. So I got this thing. So what I'm going to do is this thing that's going to mount right here, and it goes through here, and then the phone will be here. I'll actually be able to see it. So that'll be cool. That thing's like 25 years old. That was from my downhill biking days. Renaissance. Julian is here. I want nothing better, more flexible, or more complete than the sonata form. Interesting. Which contains everything necessary for my structural purposes. Who doesn't love a great sonata? That was beautiful. You in big trouble, Top Cat. I just did it once. I just said, hey, give me a cat on a bike who's missing his helmet, and officer's giving him a ticket, and it just nailed it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's fine. I don't mind. Nick B upvoted number 8. Well done, panel power. Well done is right. Hey, Nick Brooker, great to see you. Jeff and Michelle, what's up, chat? Getting tires for my daughter's car. Topping the tank fluid so she can go back to college. Dad move. You're a great dad. It's great. You look too young to have a dad in college. Can I just say that? Now that we know that he's built like a brick shit house and he works out like an animal and he's got a farm, he's got all this crazy stuff, all these horses, lives that we know nothing about that we know about now. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that what the Bashers has done to us all? All walks of life, all kinds of people. I've met so many fabulous people on this show, and I know what makes them tick, which is even better. Roof is here. Hello, darling. Panel power coming back to you. Panel power. Nothing you can do. Panel power. It's such a cartoon thing. That all comes from my days as a cartoon announcer, because I did that for quite a while, from like 2008 to 2018, I think. Yeah. It was like She-Ra and He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I've got reels all over YouTube, and it's really funny because they don't hire people anymore. They just use the AI guy that mispronounces everybody's names. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't they have a person who can check? If you're going to use AI and all that stuff, isn't there a human to edit this and go, oh, he mispronounced this word? And it happens all the time. They were talking about there's a Queen song on Queen 2 called Ogre Battle, and he was like, Ogre Battle, because it's spelled a frig. I don't get it. Yeah, but it was fun. So whenever because I had to write a lot. I wrote a lot of jingles for cartoons. Bumpers, they're called. They're like 60, 30, 15, quick little things in between stuff. Additional music for that. I never wrote like scores for cartoons. I was never in that league, but it was really, really cool. So every time I see a name like that, or Battle Power, it's like Softcore Terracall. It's amazing. My intention here is to make clear that not a single one of my compositions is by chance. I'm getting this now. The composition towards perfection is with the precision and inevitability of a mathematical equation. Now, are you quoting one of the great masters, the Polyvetzian Dance Number 2 by Bardin? So many classics were actually written by the great masters, like these familiar themes. I like the effect that's happening on the video. Looks like it's made out of some kind of magical dust. Nick B says, nearly the weekend. Indeed it is. Can't wait going back home to see old friends who have got me a ticket for the football. Shall involve several beers. You deserve it. I can't wait for you to have a great time this weekend. I mean, we're not that bad at cretins here at the iBashers Network. Football, soccer. That's amazing. You know what? The other night, I have not been able to find anything good. If anybody's got a great reference for a show or a movie to watch, I've got all the channels. I need to get rid of all of them because they all suck because there's nothing on there. So we have nothing that we're watching. And I was flipping around, and there was a movie with it was an Australian film. You'll get it right away, Melly and Andy M. And it was Russell Crowe, and he was a young guy, and he was playing footy, but they weren't playing football. I'm assuming it was Australian rules football. So I don't know. So keep the tomatoes. Um, Australian rules football is like a rugby, like an American football. It's not a soccer ball. So I don't know this. So I'm asking because I'm totally ignorant. Anyway, it felt like a made for TV movie. Russell Crowe was very young, and it's just him and his dad, and his mom's passed away, and he's gay, Russell Crowe, and his father is absolutely fine with it. And we got about 15 minutes in, and it was so bad. It was so unwatchable. Watch, I'm going to find out this is some landmark Australian film because it was obviously from the 80s. So it was extremely progressive for its time. But it felt like we were watching a really bad student play. And the father, I don't know who this guy was because Russell Crowe did not get top billing. He was not a star yet. He wasn't Russell Crowe yet. But he was just so young and so thin. Like forgive me. I mean, like, listen, I'm always fighting 20 pounds, but he got pretty big, Russell Crowe, and he's like ripped in this movie. Like, holy crap. Young and beautiful. Nick B, have a wonderful weekend. Are you leaving us? Don't leave me now. Renaissance. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Well, salaciousness is more of an intoxicant. Isn't that a fact? Listen, when somebody comes on TV and puts on their shtick, I hope everybody realizes that there's no shtick on my show. There's none of that crap. I don't pretend to be anything or act, I'm not, whatever. But like I watch some of these channels, and the reason why I stopped watching them is I'm like, I can't stand that guy. I can't stand that girl. Because personality wise, I'm just like, there is a YouTuber, and they live in Italy, and I'm not going to even genderize them because I don't want anybody to know who it is because I don't like to speak badly of people unless they really deserve it. There's nothing wrong with this person at all. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they're such a pretentious twat. And they do renovations on a house in Italy. This is actually the second one. And then what goes on in their life. It's more like their show's more like a diary, which I think is okay. I don't mind that. I watched those. I don't know the name of the channel, but it's this very beautiful guy and girl, and they're Italians, and they bought a house in Sicily, and he had a very strange brain. His brain was leaking brain fluid into his spinal column. Anyway, too young, too beautiful, and they have 2 children, and they're just great. And that's a diary, but they're so sincere and wonderful. But this other one, I just want to smack them because it feels so out of reach because she's obvious. Oh, I gave it away because she's so rich that she's putting millions of dollars into this renovation. And it's like, oh yeah, well, if we all had that kind of money, it's no longer relatable because you're not you're not doing the work yourself. You have all these artisans doing all the stuff. And I mean artisans, real artisans. And I was watching it for a while because I thought, oh, this is going to be great. I want to see, because something that I want to do. But then she started buying, she bought a chateau. I was like, okay, a chateau costs a lot of money. But turns out that they spent like $12 million on the chateau, and then they put another $5 million in renovating it. And I was like, who is this for exactly? Is this for like Kevin O'Leary, or who is that for when we're talking about multi-zillion dollar stuff? Anyway, how did I get on this? Anyway, she's full of shit. That's why a lie can travel, because she puts on this fake sincere thing. And like, I'm telling you right now that so many people buy that. It's like when you watch the news, like somebody was telling me today that I was on the phone with, you know who you are, about not believing a particular political pundit who has done a complete about face. And they said, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. And that's very true. You know, it's intoxicating. What am I talking about? Who cares? Fucking cares? Miss Carolyn Martin. Who cares? I don't care. You care. I don't care. Terrifyingly bad. Anyway, where was I? Top dog. Top dog. Renaissance. Nick B. Mart is here. Mart, listen, I got your video and it asked me to ask for permission to view it. So I did. So you're going to have to okay that now, which is the shitty truth. So I asked because it says, will it open now? No. It says you need access, request access. And this is obviously a Bronson Kitty video, which I so want everybody to see. So if you could do it, I'll have this window available to me. So if you give me the permission and I can view it, then I'll be grateful because the whole bashers get to see it. And everybody wants to see Bronson Kitty videos. I mean, you kind of broke the internet. Kind of. What I cannot follow are the manic depressive fluctuations from total control to no control, from the serialization of all elements to chance. There's a lot of words in that. What I cannot follow are the manic depressive fluctuations from total control to no control. Yeah, well, try working under the Trump administration. 11 is the magic number, says Steve Mac 3. Indeed, it is. Panel power, it's Fergal. Hey, Fergal. Hey, Dirk and the Bashers. Hey to you, buddy boy. And Robin's Bird. The ladies of the Bash are here. Hi, ladies of the Bash. Melly C. and Robin's Bird and Carolyn Martin. Andrew's here. He says, let's bash. Okay, now we got the live stuff. See, now I've finally caught up to the actual live talking people. Here's Drooby Doo. Where are you? Happy Thursday. If you're from Ireland, you say it's Thursday. I meet your man down the pub on Thursday. Have you met him there? That's Cork. When you're from Cork, you talk like that, Thursday. My grandmother had a heavy-duty Cork accent, and we've been to Cork a quadrillion times. It's very flowery. Hope the boss doesn't catch me watching YouTube. You're the boss. We know it. Who's the boss? Kevin Hawthorne, shout out to you. Good evening, he says, and he's from Lakeland, Florida. Now here's a guy that pays it forward every day. Doesn't ask for anything in return. He just does it. Panel Power says Ken Furby. I think I like that idea. I got to clean my glasses. Is anybody else constantly cleaning their glasses, or is this just a Kennedy family acid fingers thing? I don't even remember touching the lenses of unless my eyes are giving out some kind of mist. I feel like I don't touch the lenses of my glasses, but I'm constantly cleaning them. Anybody else have that problem? Getting up from a bash bike can be painful. Let's hope Saturday's a nice bike about and not a bash bike. Don't say that. Listen, I've been on a bike for forever. And while I'm a little out of practice, I would consider myself an expert rider. But anything could happen. I've done crazy things on a bicycle, like go take a ski lift and ride downhill black diamond ski slopes on a bike, because that's what we did. And I did it for years and years and years, and it was great, and I loved it. I don't know that I could do it now because I'm too scared. Just didn't give a shit back then. I just didn't care. And I probably haven't done that since I was about 30, 40 maybe. So it's been a while. Andy M is here. Good evening, cunts. Wishing you and yours only good things. It's the only good things guy. That's his official moniker. That is Andy M. What's going on with you? You doing all right? Doing all right. Have you been coping with the earthquakes too so far? Did you notice them? Not a peep at all. But I was kind of hoping for a basement flood. Those in the know. Grazie tutti. Hey there, they call him Scotty Love. Sup, tards. Let's all take a moment to tell Dirk how awesome this show is. Oh, come on now. Moment. Dirk, your show is awesome. No, it's awesome because it's your show and I just host it. That's it. I got nothing to say, man. I just show up here, I turn the camera on and try to figure out a way to keep it entertaining and lively, and that's it. And I pick all of my material is mostly supplied by you. You know what I forgot to talk about yesterday? And I don't want to bore the room because we've gotten so far away from it other than showing off our lovely watches. I'm wearing my Weekender, my lovely Woodstock today, courtesy of the purple one. The tariffs and the watches. Everybody who's considering buying a watch at an AD right now, 39%. Yeah, and it's every watch YouTuber's made a video, including my buddy. They've all done it, and they've all gotten big views and this is just for the folks in the States, so it's going to be way cheaper to go. You might as well just take a holiday in Europe and go have a weekend holiday, a beach holiday, a ski holiday. You might as well do what you got to do to go get that watch you want, because what is going to be the point? And what is it? Why is there a tariff against? What did Switzerland do? It's like all of this feels like bullying and punishing. What is it? What is it for? Switzerland doesn't pay its fair share. Switzerland? Thought you'd enjoy that. Here's Raphael. Oh, it's so easy to push the big fella's button, baby. It's so easy. Nick B. Well said, Scotty. Love Dork and the show are wonderful. Dork, that's my name sometimes too. That's very nice. And wholesome. Listen, Nick, I've been called a lot of things. Wholesome ain't one of them. I end my show with the C word. But it's a joke. You wrote it twice. That's great. Andy M, I haven't had a holiday for over 10. Okay, listen. All right. Can we just reset? Let's take a reset right now. Ready for this? Breathe in. Pranayama breathing. Ready for this? Ready? Now, go take a fucking holiday, because listen, my friend, you have to get out of the house, man. You have to get out of the grind. You need to do something for your brain, for your soul. You have to have a holiday. Melly C hasn't had a holiday for 7 years. We both work 7 days a week for varying numbers of hours. Life is good. I wouldn't change. I would change a thing. I want you guys to go on a holiday. But here's the thing, and I mean this truly. Once we get our thing together in Italy, we're looking for a place that's pretty big, and we want to have guests. So I'll have don't be Lenny and Squiggy and just be like, hello, you know what I mean? And it's in Europe, and it's going to be something I just can't. We want people to come by and stay for a week or a week or two, weekend or two, a week or two, a month or two, and that's what we're looking forward to most. Of course, we're not planning on getting anything right now. This is the reconnaissance mission. You got to find a way for your soul, man, because getting out of the house and seeing how the other half lives is a great thing. And I can honestly say that I haven't had a bad trip in a long, long time, because now I just let it all go. The only problem I'm having now with this current trip that's coming up next month is Rose. I'm talking to agencies. I'm talking to all different kinds of people. I do not have a person that can come in and do what I do there. Like a friend or a neighbor doesn't exist. Not anymore. Everybody's gone. So now I've been talking with agencies and kind of home care people, and and it's like taking care of your pet or your baby. You have to vet people and make sure that it works out. I've been interviewing folks, and it's been kind of scary. Like I'm like, I don't have anybody yet, and it's some 6 weeks away, and that sounds like a lot of time, but it really isn't. So and that's the only thing that worries me. Like when I went to Mexico, I had a neighbor, and my sister actually lived in my apartment. My sister came all the way from New Jersey, and she lived with my apartment, because that's what my sister does. Have a holiday. Would you take a holiday, please? And here's my question, Andy M. Where do you and Melly C, if you were to take a holiday, where would you go? Where would you go? Let me know. Mark in Brooklyn. Hey, Mark in Brooklyn. Great to see you. You got your little GPS on there. Can I tell where that is? I can't. Where in Brooklyn are you? Scotty Love says, howdy. Howdy to you. Andy M, a night at home with the right person is better than a week with the wrong person. This is true. This is true. My top 3 musicals. Hey, Ray Ray. My top 3 musicals. The Wizard of Oz, The Jungle Book, and Joker. I loved it. Folie à deux. I thought that movie was fantastic. Why so much hate? Why did everybody hate? She was spectacular in it. And she was so bad in that Gucci movie. And like, listen, she's terrific in A Star Is Born. Obviously, the girl's very, very, very uber talented. Why was it so derided? Why did people dislike that movie? I loved it. I thought it was so cool. The Wizard of Oz, Jungle Book. Yeah, amazing. What about zippity doo dah, zippity hey, my oh my, what a wonderful day. I couldn't agree more, says Andy M. Rugby League. That wasn't the name of the movie, though. Do you know the name? Do you know the name of this movie? The Sum of Us. That's the name of the movie. It was The Sum of Us. Was that bad? Both of you got it. You both got it. Because, Aussies. When every day is Sunday, the week never ends. Unfortunately, today, my Thursday is Monday. Is that how it works? I actually don't know. I know a lot about you, but I don't know what your work is like. Do you work for yourself? I kind of felt like you did, but maybe you don't. I don't know. What are the secrets? I don't know them. The Sum of Us. I can't believe it. Still here this evening and tomorrow. Okay, well, there it is. The turmeric bowl. Now, you know what I found out about this word? I've been saying it wrong my whole life. It's what did I used to call it? Turmeric? It's turmeric. Yeah. Turmeric. I never knew that. I always thought it was turmeric. It's turmeric. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like aluminum. Maybe. Ricky Gervais. No, I loved F. That was great with his dog. Because the one where he went half retard was very, very bad. That show was not good. What was that, Derek? Yeah, that was a mistake, the Derek show. Because he's, The Office, which is unwatchable to me because it's too cringy. The Extras, which is the greatest television series I've ever seen, funniest show ever in the world, and heartbreaking and beautiful. And then the Derek show, which I did not like, but I liked Afterlife very, very much. Name the film. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Wait, lock the door, you son of a bitch. He's a woman. What does that mean? I don't quite understand. Andy, and the dad was played by Jack Thompson, a really nice movie of its time, early. I thought it was in the 80s because he's so young. Jack Thompson is not a guy that made it outside of Oz because I never saw the guy before. And it was funny because it said something about father and son, one of them's gay, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, it's the father because he seemed so gay to me. And I was like, Russell Crowe? Really? And he was like, I got to go play footy. And he was just playing something that wasn't soccer. So I was like, okay. Another vote for Afterlife by Ricky Gervais, possibly the funniest, saddest box set and the best story ever. It was a great story as well. Yeah, it was very, very, very. Yeah. I mean, that might hit home with a couple of people. Very much typical Brit. I don't think so. I don't think so. Why do I get Ricky Gervais, but I don't get Monty Python? Why do I get A Fish Called Wanda, but I don't get like The Life of Brian. Pratfalls and poo-poo humor and any of that kind of stuff just doesn't do it for me. There's not slapsticky stuff does nothing for me. Fart jokes, I'm not into fart jokes. And I find there's a lot of scatological stuff in British humor. But like Ricky Gervais is just, and Tracy Ullman, she's another one. I mean, I'll watch anything she does. Smart, clever, funny. Ricky Gervais is just so smart. And he just doesn't give a the way he hosted the Golden Globes. He should host every award show. What was the funniest line he had on that show? And it probably wasn't Jeffrey Epstein, but he was like, he's your friend. I don't know, it was Harvey Weinstein. He was like, "Yeah, Harvey." He's like, "Please don't get he's your friend." Eric B is here. Look, my glasses are dirty already. Did I touch my glasses? Did I touch my glasses? Maybe it's just I have such long lashes, which I do not have. There you go. Eric B is here. The biggest hands in all of Bashers. Evening all, great to see you here. What do you got? What do you got to show us today? That's okay by me, Dirk. You have permission. Okay, no, but you have to actually physically give me permission because I've got this thing up and it says you need access. Here's the message. Okay, I requested access. Will it give it to me now? No, it gives me this thing as request access. So you check your email box and give me the permission, and I will show this to the bashers. Can we do that? We could do that, right? I've got it ready to go. So I have a separate tab open just pour moi. So if you can get that going for me, I'd be grateful. Andrew Wilkins, I have to clean my glasses several times. You do, okay. Oh, you just want me to say it. I'm gonna just say KNOBS and knackers. Great. Okay, knobs and knackers, right? That's the name of me new pub. Knobs and knackers. Right. Knobs and knackers. Please upvote. Thank you very much. Franco Fiore, grazie mille. Wops Franco Fury, thank you. I forgot to upvote. Andy MLEC, you need to take time for yourselves. You deserve to recharge and refresh. Life's too short. I just, I just think that getting away is it's elixir for the soul. It just to see another ocean, another body of water, to see another language, and that might not be true for everybody. Hey, listen. If that's not what you're into, if you just want to stay home, I just want to see freaking everything, man. I want to see as much as I can. That's why, like, once we get into the whole Italo groove, like holy crap, there's Spain, and then there's Croatia, and then there's all those places. I want to take the overnight ferry across the Adriatic, and then go to Tirana in Albania and Macedonia, and I want to do all that. Or take a crazy train ride to Turkey, or you know what I mean? Forgive me, but it just doesn't sound that interesting. I've been to Montreal, taken a trip. Well, I flew there. I didn't take a train there, but you have better trains. They have better trains over there. Canada, we've got one great Rocky Mountain train in America, but for the most part, we don't have the kind of Pullman style travel that you guys have over there. I'll be there with the little one. It's Aaron O'Malley. There he is. Listen, once we establish our homestead down there, you're more than welcome to come anytime you want. Hopefully, it'll be sooner than later. I'm not exactly sure when, but we're looking. We're looking to make it happen. You know what? Just a place for people to just decompress and relax and go sit at a table in a piazza and just, all that stuff. Holiday and vacation away are for politicians and for people who can afford it. Day trips or staycations are more convenient. This is true too. A staycation is a great thing. Swiss pharmaceutical companies charge U.S. consumers massive prices, much higher than European customers. Just saying, sometimes 10 or 15 times as much price gouging. I can't imagine that being completely true. And since when? What's the percentage of? I'm not doubting you, but let's see, percentage. Don't do that. Don't give me that. Percentage of harm. Oh, well, approximately 60% of Swiss pharmaceutical exports go to the United States. The significant portion of their exports makes the U.S. a major market for the Swiss pharmaceutical companies, especially Roche and Novartis. In 2024, Swiss pharmaceutical exports to the United States were estimated to be around 35 billion. Trade imbalance. Here we go. Educate me. The heavy reliance on pharmaceutical exports contributes to a significant trade deficit for the U.S. with Switzerland, which is around 40 billion in 2024. Huh. Strong pharmaceutical trade. It's very interesting. Well, you learn something new every day. I had no idea. Um, I thought we got most of our stuff. I was down with the kids in Mexico, and I use albuterol occasionally, but it's asthma. I'm a lifelong asthmatic. I don't use it that often. $3. My prescription when I have it in the U.S. This is made in the United States. It's $10 copay, and my insurance company gets paid $110. So I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Where was I? Thank you for that. I wanted to go see me ma. You should have gone to see your ma. It wasn't meant to be. Sometimes it's just not. I'm watching you, and is he on? Is he on at the same time? Is he rebel streaming me? Fuck, man. Why? Because Joker Part 2 went woke, but in a clever way. It did? Was it woke? I don't know. Super slow and manic contradicting each other. What does that mean? Is he on right now? What's he doing? Let me go see. What's he doing? Smoking cigars in a piazza? Let me go see who's there. Let me see. Let me see who's there, not here. Anyway, thanks, Ush. Appreciate it. Anyway, he's got a lot of fancy watches. Never do that. Right, Dirk, I really thought you would get the line from the film. I'm sorry I didn't get that. Yeah, I should have known that. I love that movie. We really both enjoy our work. We work from home on a bad day. Never. We always have instant access to high quality professional therapy. Mork and Mindy always available for cuddles. Oh, well, Mork is. If you enjoy your job, you never work. This is a fact. Can I bring Eminem? Can bring anybody. I always liked Darjeeling Limited. I don't know what that means. Georgia. Is that a train? It is, right? It's a train. I've never done that. I think it's a train, right? Don't procrastinate, just go. Well, if they don't want to go, they don't want to go. As someone who never went to university, I would argue travel and tasting different cultures, meeting different people is equally a great education. It's a great education. Dirk, you should be able to view the video now. Oh, cool. Okay, let me go over there right now. Hold on. Oh, I didn't know I could zoom like that. Look at this. Item shared with you. Oh, okay. Let's pull that out because it's almost time for the gallery bet. It's way time for the gallery Bashtards. Okay, so hold on. Yeah. Thank God I didn't do my bike about today because I'm being rebel streamed. And that would have been shitty. Let's see. Yay, thank you for this. You guys ready? Some kitty cat stuff. Oh no. Oh, this is not even believable. Look, he has no idea where he is. This is like when he was like trying to figure you out and your house out, right? Had he even bonded with you yet? He looks scared. Oh my God, look at this. This is like a pure kitty. Oh my God. Oh my God. How unbelievable that is. Oh, that was so great. Thank you so much. That was so worth it. So worth it. Thanks so very much. Anyway, it's time for the Gallery of Bastards. Anyway, let's go hit that. Thank you. What a great way to start the gallery.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
I share with the world. I asked them to say something. Kay and Jack followed instructions. He asked them to say something. Here we go. Ready for this? Oh, look at this. Look at the brood. The only one missing right now is Junie, Junie, June. Where are you? Oh, look at Jack. He's opening up wide. And so is Kay. Kay. What a great shot. Is that all in there? Oh, there, you get the whole thing. I love how they're all getting along. Thank you so much, Droopy Doo. What a treat. It's so nice to have a cat around the house. Some more pictures from Malaga. Let's check out our good friend over here. Oh, these are beautiful, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look what he's doing now. It's amazing. Doing some crazy new stuff. Wow. He's getting very, very artful, isn't he? Oh, that's amazing. Look at that shit. Great shot, Steve. Brilliant. Bet you wish you were back in Malaga right now. I wish I was in Malaga right now. That would be outstanding. Seiko's use of negative space in the SKX design. Very cool. Very, very cool indeed. From Eric B. Such a great looking watch, right? Yes, I'm putting Diet Coke in my wine glass. Because that's what I'm doing. Can you believe that? That Bronson thing. He just blew up the internet again. Amazing. Thank you so much for that. That was great. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell. Thank you, Mr. Bell. Bob Randolph, 1899 Hamilton. Look at this beauty. Oh, yeah. Amazing. Wow. Look at the chemin de fer. That is beautiful. What a breathtaking timepiece. You know, pocket watches might be the cuntiest accessory for the gentleman. Just saying. After you've one-upped yourself on haberdashery, hats, you have your own milliner, and all that stuff. Once you've done that, I think that might very well be the thing to pull out your pocket watch when one needs to look at the time. I think we're going to start a new trend there. That is one of the most beautiful timepieces I've ever seen. Thank you for that. Nick Brooker, what do you got going? Oh, it's a video. Okay, got to download it. Hold on. This one I don't need special. Why did I need special? Wow, look at this crazy shit. This guy's nuts. Nick Brooker, you're crazy. You are absolutely crazy. Look at this action. He's in an airplane underground. Nick Brooker, we're gonna have to go dive the SS United States when that happens. They cut one of her funnels off the other day. I mean, I have to just now think about it. Look at this. Okay, now I want to know all about this. Is that like a something that was sunk so you can dive it? It's certainly not a wreck because I can tell the inside of that the fuselage has been completely cleaned out. So I know it's not that. See that? Here's another video. Okay, hold on. Unless I hope it's all the same one. Let's see. There's a different one. Okay. Nick Brooker coming to town tonight. Look out. This one's framed like a TV set. Oh yeah, it's open on one end. Yeah. So this was obviously built for dive, right? It's a scuttled transport aircraft for training. Very, very cool. Yeah, so SS United States, my friend. Because they cut one of her funnels off. Yes, it was the most horrific. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch them do it. And Paul was on a meeting with the SS United States Conservancy today because now they're building the museum, which the funnels will both be because they have to take the funnels off because they claim that people could get trapped in there. et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what's happening there, you know. And it's just, I don't even want to know about it because it's just so heartbreaking. Nick Brooker, more dive. How cool is this? How excellent is this, man? These are amazing. I get sound you guys don't. I wish you did, but StreamYard is not that advanced yet. Look at that. This is amazing. I love the Darth Vader sounds. Drooby Dooby Doo says, "You want cunty? I just got my first tailored sport jacket. Way to go, boy. And I had them add a pocket watch pocket. You go, boy. That's because you're the cuntiest of them all, baby. That's why. It pays to be cunty. Why not? You know, like real cunty, not, you know, not artificial, not fake cunty, not, you know, that kind of shit. You exude it, and I think that's going to work great for you. I think it's going to be perfect. I could see you pocket watching it, but just like this, you know, because in the hands of the wrong person, it could be extremely judgy. Happy Friday Eve. It's Smoking Minty Madness. Smoking Minty Madness. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Mindy. Oh, look at her. I never noticed that she had the little white speckles on one side. How cute is that? Oh, she's so cute. What can we do about her cuteness? Not very much. Not very much. Look at that. But you know, you ever go to like, you know, there's nothing worse than a guy who peacocks. It's just the worst. Either you've got it in you, it's innate, or you've learned, you know, how to do that. But when you see a guy who's just out there peacocking, oh man, it's just the fucking worst. And it's I always say I want to smack a bitch. It's never in regard to a woman. Look at the beautiful Mork. Like or else I'll just be like, get her. Mork. Look how beautiful. Well, these are great Mork shots. Are you here, Carolyn Merchant? The girl with the wrench. Scotty Love says it looks wet down there. Oh, this is amazing. Look at you, beautiful boy. Beautiful boy. Smoking Minty Madness. Smoking Minty Madness. He's looking better than he's ever looked. Can I just say that? Amazing. Look at him. She's just not having it today. She's like, is she okay? I don't. I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to be happy. Paz gives me $10. He is rebel streaming you. So here's a spite chat because I'm still banned. On that, learning something new. Did you look up the Arch of Titus? I did not. I don't care that he rebel streams because it's all watches, you know. I'm not in the middle of a piazza in Venice. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's like if we were doing the exact same thing. Now, if I was doing the bike thing, then I would be like dick. But no, I'm just doing a regular show, and that's fine. I do it every day. So hey, there you go. You know, that's another thing. Thank you very much. Let me give you a big bang boom for that. Hold on. Where's my big bang booms? Where did they all go? There it goes. And here's to learning Ush's family nickname Mush for a rebel streaming. Yeah, it's funny because like I just learned how this all works because when I started to do this show, I don't have anything to do with Tim Wright at all. And he did a show at a certain time, and we picked my time at the time when I would be the only one in our group or people, but I was more watch oriented back then. And and then Timmy started streaming at the same time I did, and I was like, all right, I guess there's no rules, so whatever. So I listen, man, I just do what I do, and I do what I do, and I don't care. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Where were we? Here's Julian. The Gallery of Julian, the Gallery of Julian. London, London is Julian's mistress. That's amazing. Wow. Wowie kazowie. That is out fucking rageous. Wow. I mean, this looks like a tintype from the 1865. How did you make this, my lord in heaven? And Peacock streaming. That's hilarious. Wow. Look at these. Are Julian outdoing yourself. Amazing. Wow. Oh, these are amongst the best ever in your submissions. Wow. Oof. What a town. What a town. Don't you imagine that Julian was the type of guy that went on safari? I bet he has. You know, with a caravan, and they probably had tents out to put a box lunch out. I could just see that. I just think who's the guy that writes all that stuff? Like a merchant. Julian to me is like a Merchant Ivory film, you know, like A Passage to India, or because the stuff and the view from his eyes, I just see so much of that in his work. Amazing. Gorgeous. The Gallery of Julian. Thank you so much. Gorgeous as always. Amazing stuff. Thank you. Fergal. Fergal's up. Hello, Fergal. Great to have you there. Do you know, did I tell you that the first time Paul ever heard the word Fergal was when we watched Catastrophe? And I looked at him and I said, "What?" Because that's a name. I went, "What?" Because there's a name in Ireland called Fergal. And I went, "What?" I had failed. I mean, I guess I didn't know very many Fergals. I've known several, but my God. Look at this monster. Oh, look at, man, your photography is crazy. What do you shoot this with? Did you tell me this before? Wow. Wow. I don't know what you shoot these with. There's that dial that is just, porn dial. Amazing. Thanks, buddy boy. Those are gorgeous. Thank you, Ferg. Amazing. And cheers to your bride, please. Scotty Love, it's a rainbow. Oh, thank you for the rainbow, Scotty Lake. Call him Scotty Love. Look, that's beautiful. That's in sunny Florida. It looks very overcast. Looks like you just had a storm. The storm just passed. Beautiful. Amazing. That was gorgeous. It looks steamy, though. It looks like Paul Stanley would say it's really steamy there. Andrew Wolkowicz, this is Thursday at his house. Oh, look at that. Beautiful baby cakes. Amazing. Oh, look at these shots. Andrew with his 230-year-old cats. I mean, you need to call the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know how that's even a thing. Absolutely unbelievable. Guys, that's the Gallery of Bastards. Thank you so much for that. It's terrific.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots that sublime me absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Let's get to the chats. I use my, I don't know how to say that, Xiaomi 14T phone camera. See, we're not allowed to have any of those cameras here. They got an update the other day, and the camera is shite ever since. Is there? You know, I had an iPhone 11 2 cameras ago, and it was the best phone camera I ever had. It was the best camera. Emmett had an iPhone 11, not even the Pro. Mine was an iPhone 11 Pro, and it took the best pictures I've ever seen any camera. It was like a magic camera. But I'm seriously, because I use an iPhone for this show, as you guys all know. I've been looking at other cameras because I want to be able to control like I've got great lighting and stuff, but it's just not like you watch Ush's video. He's using an DSLR. He's using and I'm not saying I want to go crazy like that, but I love how warm the picture is. Like he's got low light and you can see everything. This is like a camera blast, like I'm in a news studio, and like it works. And I'm not complaining, but I've been like looking around on like Facebook Marketplace just to get like I've got a couple of digital cameras in the house, but none of them will operate as a web camera, which sucks. And I actually have 2 Nikons that won't do it, which really sucks because they didn't give it that versatility until later on. But he's got like $3,000 cameras. I mean, that's why they look so great. Anyway, just saying, it's great stuff. Andrew, excellent, beautiful stuff. The humidity right now is 82% in Florida. Yuck. Yeah, well, it was like that too, it was like that too. I can't wait. Drew B, you gonna send us a picture of your cunty new jacket because we want to see it. Gold pocket watches need a gold fob. That's true. Just it's pricey. Scuttled transport. You are the original action man, Nick. You sure are. G.I. Joe, Frogman, indeed. Robbinsbird, I make you laugh. Hey, you know what? There's nothing better than seeing like a cunty gentleman that really knows how to. But then there's that line that a guy crosses when they over peacock it, when they take it to the next level. I find most guys that are realtors do that. Realtors over peacock, and that's always a problem, especially if they're gay. Then they're super peacocked out. But it's you got to be careful that men have to be careful when they get too costumey. Because it's very easy. All of a sudden you've got plumage and a brooch. Guys, the brooch thing, no. Brooches are for ladies. Let's leave it there. The brooch, the guys wearing the brooch thing, I'm so not on it. So not on it. So not on it. So not on it. It's driving me bananas. Brooches are for the ladies. Can we just honor that, please? That kind of jewelry looks gorgeous on a lady. And the guys just be like, I'm like, which one's his boyfriend? Nice side mounts. Amazing. Yeah. Hey, Eric, it's actually to bail out my CCR closed circuit rebreather. Oh, shit. Is that what that is? Wow. Nice trim and controlled. You guys know all the jargon. I don't know any of that stuff at all. Hey, boom, you nailed those pictures, Julian. That was beautiful stuff. Great shots, Julian. Amazing. You guys are talking in the extra bottle is my dry suit inflation. How amazing is that? Do I remember Mutual of Omaha? Who doesn't remember that? Absolutely incredible. Anyway, guys, no to brooches. What about capes? A cape for the opera, or a cape if you're having a Viennese night. You got to be a certain kind of guy, and you should be a maestro to pull off a cape. Unless you're some kind of maestro, I would say leave the cape at home. Unless, of course, you like to suck the blood of the human beings. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. What a great show. A lot of fun. Thank you so much. Thanks to Paz and to Rufus and to Andrew Wolkowicz. Thank you guys very much. I don't know why your first one's missing. It was there. I certainly did it earlier. I don't know what happened. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. Remember to hold the door open and remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's a nasty peacock or a person that you don't like, somebody who's mean to animals, give them a swift kick in the ass. You want to know why? Because they're a con.